Hi, everyone. My name is Grace Campidilli. I'm a student at Cornell University studying statistics and plant sciences. As a Borlaug-Ruan intern, I had the amazing opportunity to work with the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, or IITA, based out of their Southern Africa hub. And at this institute, I worked under Dr. Nemo Wiredu to investigate the impacts of climate-smart agriculture strategies on resilience, farm performance, and welfare in sub-Saharan Africa. To start, I want to provide a little bit of background about climate-smart agriculture. So why is this thing needed in the first place? Well, the impacts of climate change on agriculture is a very multidimensional problem. And climate-smart agriculture is essentially an abstract framework that helps to address this problem. So climate-smart agriculture aims to reorient agricultural systems and farmers such that they're better able to ensure food security amid a changing climate. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's three pillars that contribute to this idea of climate-smart agriculture: productivity, adaptivity, and mitigation. So previous agricultural frameworks have only focused on productivity, but now we're bringing in this adaptation and mitigation pillars, which enables farmers and agricultural systems to be reoriented in a way that is sustainable amid a changing climate. So a lot of my internship involved developing an understanding of the climate-smart agriculture framework and the implications of this framework. And to develop this understanding, I first conducted an extensive literature review about climate-smart agriculture in sub-Saharan Africa, and I composed a review article which we intend to publish. In addition to the literature review, I had the opportunity to analyze and draw conclusions about climate-smart agriculture firsthand. And to do this, I performed statistical analyses on socioeconomic survey data that IITA collected from smallholder farm households in Mozambique over the last year. So why does this whole notion of climate-smart agriculture matter? So smallholder farmers account for over 65% of sub-Saharan Africa's population, and they're among the most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. The vast majority of African crops are rain-fed and highly dependent on good weather conditions. And because of this dependence, we know a lot about the general consequences of climate change on agriculture. There's been a lot of evidence that has shown growing seasons are becoming shorter, and crops that have historically produced great yields aren't performing as well as they used to. We're also seeing a lot of pest management challenges. For example, we have the desert locust invasion in East Africa this past year, as well as fall armyworm and the coffee berry borer. And so we know about these general consequences, but on top of the general consequences, it's important to distinguish that no two farms are the same. And so no two farms will experience the effects of climate change in the same way. So in order to develop this type of preventative solution to the impacts of climate change, we need our solutions to be context specific. And climate-smart agriculture is a framework that seeks to enable the development of these context-specific strategies. And through this internship, I've aimed to contribute to the existing understanding of the impacts and the effectiveness of this framework. My experiences over the past few months have yielded a range of insights and skills related to cross-cultural socioeconomics, international collaboration, and qualitative research. Out of all of the insights I gained from this internship, I found that my favorite and perhaps the most rewarding component of the internship involved learning about the qualitative research process. Because prior to this experience, all of my research was highly quantitative in nature. I did a lot of statistics and genetic analysis. But in contrast to this quantitative research I was used to, my experiences as a Borlaug-Ruan intern led me to realize that qualitative research doesn't always allow for clear conclusions to be made about a particular concept or hypothesis. I saw this through the internship. I mean, the impacts of the climate-smart agriculture framework couldn't be generalized across countries or across smallholder farmers within the same country. And so I think it was really, really beneficial for me to further develop this qualitative thought processes and skills, as it definitely complements my existing skill sets. And I think that having the experience both in qualitative and quantitative research will really help me in the future. My overarching career goal is rather simple. I want to help develop solutions to environmental challenges, specifically those related to agriculture. And I'm not entirely sure how that goal will manifest itself yet, But I think I would like to be in a position where I can interface in between research and development teams and non-science teams. And so many of the qualitative skills and thought processes I developed through this experience in combination with my existing quantitative skill set will really help to prepare me for to succeed in that interfacing position. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. I'm extremely grateful to have had this opportunity to work under Dr. Nima Wiradoo and IITA. I would also like to thank IITA and Zaina Sore, the head of IITA's Capacity Development Office. And lastly, I would like to thank everyone at the World Food Prize Foundation that helped to facilitate the Borlaug-Ruan internship program, specifically Keegan Kautsky and Miss Barbara Stinson. Thank you.